Howard,
and Draya
was born on January 23, 1985, and was raised in Wyoming, Pennsylvania.
A damn Aquarius, sis. I knew it.
According to her online biography, as a child, she was fascinated by all things related to beauty. She even shared an old photo of herself on Instagram, and in the picture, she had her
nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy, huh?
In 2002, 17-year-old Draya found out she was pregnant. As of this video, there have been
This is Mongolian Mindset, and today we're going to be typing Draya Michele. This is one for me. She's been all over the news. Apparently, she's 39 and she's trapped a NBA player who's 22 with a baby. I don't know if that's true or false. I know she's having a baby by him, but I don't know if she trapped him or not. We're going to be using Linda Barrens Interaction styles and temperament combined with cognitive functions. She is not on personality database, so we will not be comparing that. We do have our metrics and whatnot. But I'm going to play like 5 minutes of this video. It's kind of like a hit piece so you guys can have an image of her or what she does or, stuff like that. And then we'll get into an interview and find our personality type. So this is going to be a fun one.
Rumors that her child's father is former NBA player Gilbert Arenas. However, in a since-deleted Instagram post captured by the Jasmine brand, Draya revealed that when she was 7 months pregnant, her child's father got locked up and was sent to prison for 10 years. She gave birth to her son Nico in December 2002. In her since-deleted Instagram post, Draya stated that her son was named after his father, although he has Draya's last name.
Well, shit, that's easy enough to figure out, ain't it?
Hello?
Yes, excuse me, can we get a roster of all the Nikos in jail?
Yeah, sure, I can help with that.
All the Nikos. Thank you.
Nico?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
N-I-K-O.
It's spelled K-N-I-K-O. Like the Kingpin Nico from New Jack City. Girl, that's Nino. Oh, damn. Holy. Girl, I was Inspector Gadget over here. I was like, now I know why he in prison, but anyway.
Because she wasn't receiving any child support, she started stripping to make ends meet.
That sounds fun as hell.
And then, at some point, she shifted gears and decided to pursue a career as a singer. She moved to Los Angeles, but according to the Shade Room, her voice wasn't good enough to make it as a star.
So glad I don't have that problem. me. Girl, if you don't sit your ass down somewhere.
She started modeling and appeared in music videos, but according to the Shade Room, big fashion designers weren't interested in her, and a lot of the men's magazines turned her down because of her figure and her long neck.
Draya Giraffe Michele.
Eventually, she connected with editors and video directors who got her roles in music videos alongside artists like Jay-Z, The Game, and Kanye West, to name a few. Finally getting the recognition she felt she deserved, she started moving in different circles and had relationships with countless celebrities. When she wasn't in LA, she was working in Philadelphia.
What kind of work, girl? Working it or working?
And where was her son while Draya was out and about dating celebrities, shaking her cakes in music videos, and working in Philly? Well, sadly, he was at home all alone.
I know you lying.
In 2011, a Philadelphia news outlet reported that Draya's son Nico was coming home from school to their empty Wyoming apartment and spending nights alone, while Draya was working an hour and a half away in Philly. On December 16, 2011, Nico called 911 at 2 a.m. and told dispatchers he was home alone. He told them that he called his mom earlier in the day, and she said she was going to a tanning salon and would be home soon. She never came home, and Nico said he called her about 20 times, but she didn't answer. When officers arrived at the apartment, they described it as looking like it had been ransacked. There were women's bras and panties scattered all over the damn place. A small dog was in a cage, and police saw dog boo-boo and urine scattered around the apartment.
Oh, hell no.
Nico then proceeded to tell the authorities about everything he had been going through. According to Nico, he would get off the bus every day after school and walk to their apartment complex. Then he would have to wait for another resident to either leave or enter the parking garage gate so that he could get into the building. He said his mom would leave the apartment door unlocked and she kept microwave dinners for him in the freezer. While police officers were questioning him, Nico apparently got hungry, grabbed a TV dinner from the freezer, and stood on the counter in order to reach the microwave. Police called Draya's mom, who initially picked Nico up and brought him to her home. However, according to the police report, Nico was eventually placed in Child Protective Services while the authorities investigated the case. According to police, Draya didn't return home until 8:45 in the morning. She was locked up on child endangerment charges and was released on a $25,000 bail. Since she was a first-time offender, she was eventually sentenced to 2 years of probation and ordered to attend family counseling and perform 40 hours of community service. When Draya appeared on Basketball Wives, her castmates caught wind of the allegations and labeled her a deadbeat mom. Draya sat up in them people's faces and said her son was never taken away from her. But her lies were exposed when online investigators dug up the police report.
Baby, because the internet is undefeated when it comes to them Inspector Gadgets, okay?
Draya remained unfazed, and in a series of tweets, she wrote that all the immature haters kept her motivated. She also expressed excitement about moving her mom and her son out to LA to be with her. So, yeah, during that time, her child...
All right, so here you're going to watch the interview now. So you guys got a depiction what type of woman the internet picks her as. We're going to watch an interview. We're going to find out her personality type, and we'll see. We'll make a conclusion ourselves, okay? Based off personality type, what do we think is going on here? What type of person is this person? We'll get my honest opinion. So let's get into it.
People that are doing their thing, fixtures in the game. And this young lady is all the above and so much more. Somebody who has elevated and evolved right before our eyes and truly doing monumental things that I commend Miss Draya Michele. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
It's a
And I did look up that fucking police report. It is there.
pleasure to have this conversation with you.
Thank you for having me. I wanted to come here and see you.
Nah, that's what's up. Cause you're doing a lot. I mean, and I don't know if the world even really knows, because a lot of times they just, whether it's social media or TV and stuff, but you've truly become like an entrepreneur in a real way, from your clothing and fashion brands that have like, because I feel like everybody kind of dabbles in it, but yours from Mint to the fine ass girls are like for real joints. And then like even more, like you started is it a nail
shop? Yeah,
a nail shop as well. So
brand nails.
That's and then I know we're gonna get into some more stuff as well. But even as an actress, you
Boom. Already got direct responding. Oh Lord, we're going down that rabbit hole. Direct responding.
You really jumped in and like, yo, I'm gonna come in this game and get all I got. So that's to be commended, because a lot of people don't take it as serious, and you really came and got that bag in a real way.
Thank you.
So tell me about it. I mean, just recently you had a launch party, right? That I wasn't invited to.
Yeah.
That,
oh no, we sent the invite.
I didn't get it.
We sent it.
That's
somebody in here is in trouble.
That's they always say. I didn't get the invite, but it looked like it was lit. I saw it online. It looked like
it was a popping party. We had a great turnout. It was really weird seeing everybody, like hundreds of girls all in my clothes.
Talking about turnout here. So I'm gonna hit that for TIFE. Seeing a whole bunch of those girls, SENI, in my clothes, and that's TFI again.
That was the first time we ever like had something like that. So it was cool.
Now, how does one go about that? Like, how does one, because you've really been about your business, even in the management space. I saw like you've taken other young women up under your wing and even helped them evolve.
Yeah.
Like, one, where does that business acumen come from? And then two, how do you like, yo, how do you go from like, oh, I think I want to do swimsuits to being like, no, a swimsuit line that generates millions of dollars?
I mean, it comes from growing up and not having and wanting. So you gotta
not having and wanting. Want. We're here for NI as well. Okay. I mean, you can see where this shit's going already if you fucking follow us. This one was an INTJ.
to figure out if, you know, you want to drive a fancy car and you want to live in like, you know, a nicer apartment, how do you get it? And I just found ways.
Talking about how do you get it, the process, okay? Process, progression, whatever the fuck you want to call it, movement.
To make money that were things that I liked to do and
things that I like to do, FI.
Could earn money. I never wanted to be at a job where I was like, I hate my job, but I have
never wanted, NI.
to be here because it pays me. I wanted to love what I do, and I love, that's why I do so many different things, because there's not one.
All right, FI some more.
One thing that I just love. I love everything I do.
Yeah, but everybody can say that. Like, everybody can say, oh, I love being in entertainment, I love making money, I love fashion. But to really jump in and really do it and be successful at it, there has to be something special in your sauce that like allows you to say, I'm different from everyone else that you see on social media or everyone else you've seen in reality.
I think it's the truth. It's a difference of if you're telling the truth. People that really love what they do, you see it because they're successful, because they're that passionate that, you know, they don't let obstacles stand in their way, or, you know, they just get the stuff done. So I think
they just get the stuff done. TE.
I'm different because I really, really, really am about this.
Really?
Especially the fashion stuff. Oh yeah, I'm really about it.
Yeah, and I mean, it shows. I mean, like I said, like, not to have more than one successful fashion brand, especially in this day and age, and to continue.
Let's keep having some fun. Yeah, so TFI is already gone. Okay, eliminates 8 types. She's not a TI user, obviously. And guys, if you want to learn how to type, I do have all of Linda Barrens' interaction styles and temperaments broken down in the cognitive function, so you can be able to do the same thing that I'm doing. And guys, we are still doing the free typing sessions. All we ask is that you join our, you subscribe to the channel, you join our Facebook group or Discord, and you message our moderator Cody, and he'll get back to you with our availability.
To evolve, like, is it the team? Do you got the like a solid group of people? Is it planning? Like, what is it to say, yo, I want to do this, I want to accomplish it, then you actually accomplish it, then you move on to the next thing?
Oh, it's a team. It's definitely a team behind me. I mean, it starts with my circle of friends. They're like my first people that I talk to, get opinions on, ask them, you know,
getting opinions, TE.
What do you think there's a need for?
What do you think, TE again?
And then after that, it goes to like my publicist and my management team, who are a great group of women who know how to handle me, because I can be a lot sometimes.
Right.
But they kind of...
I can be a lot sometimes. We know you pragmatic woman. You ain't got to tell us. We already know.
They can wrangle me a little bit. And then after that, it goes to like my followers. What do they want?
Right.
Because ultimately, they're going to be the ones buying the stuff. So I want to...
So she just went through her whole progression or process of how that works. Okay. And she talked about what other people want. Let's be any.
Make stuff that's specific to them and try to meet their needs as best I can.
And why do you think that that's not the main topic?
And I could also hit her for systematic there. Let me hit her for systematic there as well. For people that say, she's not systematic, Mercer. Oh, yes, she is.
Or even why isn't that narrative pushed more on how hard you work and how the team and what a great businesswoman you've become over the process? Like, because obviously, you know, however people were introduced to you initially, the way...
All right, informed and initiating progression, Nick Cannon.
You've evolved should be out there more. The things that you are doing and the things that, you know, the moves that you are making. How do we get that out there more?
I mean, it's the story of my life definitely lacks credit that needs to be given, and
credit that needs to be given. TE, come on, all about credit.
It does have a lot to do with my team, and people that I've worked with, and people that have opened doors for me that were once closed. So there's like a lot of people to thank, and I think that just because, you know, I'm this social media girl and I put these pictures up and everything's so glossy, they just want to believe that it's just like it happened, and like
they just want to believe. SETFI again.
You know, she loves clothing. She likes to be in a bathing suit, so she sells bathing suits. She's pretty, but it's like, it's more than that. That's just like the very shallowest layer of it all. There's a team behind me. There's machines. There's, you know, people I got to talk to in China.
Right.
You know, like it's a lot that makes me.
And then when we see the surface.
If you know me, you know this woman reminds me. I've told this story several times. There was a time where I was driving an INTJ woman home, and she was screaming at me, and I could see the whites in her eyes. And I said, "This woman will fucking grab this steering wheel and will crash this car." Thank God I kept my composure there. Ladies and gentlemen.
Honestly, like you said, like we see the pretty girl, we see the rock on the finger, we see, you know what I mean, we see the but and
if I wasn't terrified, crazy moment, man. It's a crazy moment.
Here, you know, like I said, we have true and honest conversations. There is that narrative that we've seen, like, oh, this is someone who started, you know, whether it's reality TV, we've seen those storylines that are pushed. How do we decide who Draya really is and what's on the surface? Like, how do you connect in a way? Like,
I mean, you don't get to decide in this day. You or anybody who's looking at me doesn't get to decide who I am. I get to decide.
I get to decide who I am. Come on, F.I. pragmatic, SENI, stop playing.
Who I am. I get to post how I want to post, and if I want to post
how I want to post, pragmatic, and
I'm in control of it. I'm in control of whatever the stereotype will be or can be. If I want to post that, you know, I'm at home with
can be abstract
kids all day and I go to church on Sunday, you guys will believe that because that's what I'm showing you.
But
you guys will believe that
the truth?
I mean, I post a great deal of a nice variety of what I am because, you know, I'm not a holy girl. I'm a party girl, but there's a balance because I'm also
I'm not a holy girl. I'm a party girl, pragmatic.
And, you know, the world needs to see both so that they don't feel like one is more than the other. So it's like, it's a formula. I mean, I think it's definitely important
to show. It's a formula, systematic. It's a formula.
Show people that, look, I do all these things. Like, yeah, I partied, you know, last night. And yes, I have an extreme hangover this morning, but I still have to get up and take my kids to school.
So you get up even after the party?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We know about that police report, woman. Oh, Lord.
I don't think you ain't no nanny.
I mean, I have a nanny too, but I still gotta be up in the morning. I still gotta acknowledge my kids in the morning, and you know, my big one is driving to school already, so you know he's always asking for stuff, gas money and whatnot. You know, so he gotta wake me up.
Or he's doing SENI.
Up, lunch money, gas money. It's like I'm up, and then from there I'm up. I start my coffee and I start my day, and I came in here to see you.
Right.
So you know I'm up. I'm not a morning person, but I'm up.
Talk about a progression to come see him today for this interview.
Really? Mm-hmm. And so, but that's the thing, because we don't see that on social media. We see the glamorous pictures. We don't do. So at what level? Because I think
yesterday people probably thought I might have died because I didn't post anything yesterday. But I was sick. I was dying, but I'm back.
Really?
I've risen. I needed an IV.
You went that serious?
Oh, it's always that serious.
Really?
Yeah. Tequila, me and Tequila, we have this like love thing, but it's like bad.
So why you keep
we gotta
doing
break
it?
up. I don't know.
Because you need tequila to actually be social. You need tequila to be social. I talk about this. A lot of NTJs kind of hide behind alcohol to be social. I even do it my fucking self, okay? Generally speaking, if I'm not drunk and I'm around a whole bunch of drunk people or a lot of people, I don't really like to be there. I'd rather be focusing on something that I need to do. Outside of that, like I said, if I need to drink something, okay?
I love her.
Really? Mm-hmm. Is it just one?
She don't love me though.
Is it like when it's just time to turn up? I just gotta turn up. And is it like, how long does that go for? How long was Draya gonna turn up?
Like, you mean in my life?
Yeah.
Oh, until my liver.
until your liver goes. Until
my
it's
liver
a wrap.
gonna let me know when it's time to quit.
Really? Mm-hmm. So like the whole health and wellness wave that's going on, you like fuck all that.
I'm in that too.
But it's the tequila that keeps it.
Tequila is
that part of the diet?
It is.
How much tequila goes into the diet?
It's a diuretic also, you know, like helps you shed water weight, so like
it keeps you pissing.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I be real skinny in the morning. And because for 24 hours, I can't eat or drink anything because I'm just dead.
Now give me the, because I don't drink. I've never finished a drink. I don't know what it's like. So I've never been drunk.
Wow.
So.
God bless you.
He doesn't need it to be social. Nick Cannon, you are. He's not an ESFJ. He's ENTP. He's not ES. I'm not getting ESFJ. So he has to be ENTP. I want. But you will get your own video, Nick Cannon. You're cool. I like you.
People to get how they whatever. I encourage it if it gets you right and get you on that level.
Yeah.
But how's the course of the drinking go? Like you pull up to the crib, or is there a pregame before you go out?
Okay.
Look at him asking for the progression of the process or the movement.
It starts like this. So I like to drink straight tequila. I don't like it on ice.
You a gangster.
I don't like it cold.
Straight from
I
the
like
bottle.
it right out the bottle, and I just pour a little bit in the glass.
Okay.
And I'm not a good shot taker. So
what's that mean?
Like if I poured it in a shot glass and you're like, take the whole shot, I cannot do that.
Okay.
However, I'm gonna get there. So once I drink it,
I'm gonna get to the progression of this. Okay, come on, let's go. We know you're going
to drink it in a glass, sip it, 'cause that's how you're supposed to drink tequila.
Oh,
For those that don't know.
Oh, okay.
You're supposed
The
to
classy
drink it.
way.
Yeah,
You
you're not
sip
supposed to put ice and all that and juices in it. That messes it up. So you drink it, I sip it. As soon as I start feeling a little tipsy, I can take bigger sips. Then when I'm drunk, Draya.
You hear that? As it keeps going, and like I said, a lot of NTJs have to be drunk to enjoy things. So, going back to that was a progression there. Go back. Yeah, this woman's INTJ. And she does remind me of that fucking crazy ass INTJ woman that was, woo!
The whole shot, I cannot do that.
Woo! Okay.
However, I'm going to get there. So once I drink it, I like to drink it in a glass, sip it, 'cause that's how you're supposed to drink tequila.
Oh,
For those that don't know.
Oh, okay.
You're supposed
The
to drink
classy
it.
way.
Yeah,
You
you're not
sip
supposed to
it.
put ice and all that
For those who don't know.
and juices in it. That
Right.
messes it up. So you drink it, I sip it. As soon as I start feeling a little tipsy, I can take bigger sips. Then when I'm
From no sip to bigger sips.
drunk, Draya, I can take shots then.
Really?
And all the way leading up to the shots.
If I try to do my first drink as a shot, I will gag and throw up and just.
Because I've smelled tequila before.
It's like gas.
Yeah.
It's like gasoline.
Dang. And like, all right, because I hear like lightweights and stuff. You hold yours pretty well, or?
I mean, it depends what day of the week. It depends. There's a lot of factors.
But knowing that the end result is that you ain't gonna be able to function the next day, you still good with it.
Yeah, I like to take a day off. If I'm gonna go out, I like to make sure my schedule's clear for the next day so I can
That's smart. That's
be in my
that
bed.
time management businesswoman stuff we was talking about.
I'm organized.
Organized T.
Been coming things. I mean, I've seen you got a lot of. You've been taking this acting thing for real. What else we gonna see you in?
I just shot a movie over the summer called California Love. I'm waiting to see what they're gonna do with that, but it's based on the 90s Crips in LA, about how they, like a true story about how they had this like a helpline for them to problem solve in the ghetto.
Oh, wow.
In the hood without, using the police. So if gang members were outside fighting, you could call the helpline to kind of dissolve the problem. Or if, there was a girl and she was pregnant.
The thing is her eyes keep flashing like that girl's eyes. It's crazy. In her eyes, what's that one? I can't remember. It's another woman we typed before who's an INTJ. Can't remember who it was. I can't remember. Fuck it, I can't remember. There's another INTJ woman we typed. She kind of comes off like a cat or some shit. I don't remember her fucking name.
And she needed bus money or whatever the case may be. It was hood problems, problem solutions for hood problems without getting police or the people involved.
The community.
Yeah, and it was
what
a real
character
thing.
do you play?
I play the associate director of the helpline.
You see how excited she got about the associate director? See how excited she got about that, about playing that role?
Is assistant to this man named Leon, who is a guy. He just passed away, I think, last year, but he was a real guy in LA. And I play his associate director, but he's the leader of it, and I'm his his right there, his right hand.
That's super dope. That's really good. Well, much success on all of that stuff. But I got to ask something that I feel like you get to talk about often, but not as much as, you know, I glorify anybody who can get this relationship dating stuff right, because I can't. I suck at it. like I said, the rock is blinding at this moment. But you live your relationship pretty out in the open and you embrace it. Like, how do you do that? And how do you, like, knowing that someone who we've seen the reality stuff, however real that is or not, but then to know that you can go home and actually really sustain a relationship. I mean, we know there's ups and downs in everybody's
get it out
connections, but you seem to be pretty solid with yours. How do you do that?
I think when you see like the rockiness in people's relationships, I think that it's just people trying to fight against like not being as in love anymore. And I think that as long as you both are as in love with each other as when you started, things kind of stay the same and stay nice and stay easy. It's when there's like a push-pull, you know, like maybe the man wants to do other things, so, you know, home is a little staticky for him because he wants to do stuff. Same thing with women. You know, women start acting different when, you know, we're lacking attention or whatever, you know. So as long as the love is still strong and you're honest about it, I think that shows in relationships. You can tell by looking at people who really is still in love and who's kind of
you can just tell by just like you can see the front and you can see it
in like a photograph. You can tell by body language. You can just see like a glow. You can see who's just together, you know, for the kids or whatever the reason may be. You can tell who's in love. And I mean, there's a lot of love in my household. I still love my man. Like the first day I met him, he's still cute to me. Like I still, when he gets dressed, you know, to go somewhere, I still get jealous. Like, where are you going? Like, oh, you got a haircut? Why? But that's really me being like, oh, you look cute today. I'm kind of hating on that.
Wow.
But I still think he's cute. So I think that that's important. He still thinks I'm sexy, you know,
right.
Like he still looks at me.
That's important.
When I get out the shower and smacks my butt, you know, like things like that.
Those are the things that keep it fresh.
You gotta still like each other, and if you don't, you should leave before you start doing the wrong things in the relationship.
Really?
So
see, like, because you said something that I often agree with is like honesty is kind of where it all lies, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why I stray away from actually being in relationships.
Because you don't want to be honest?
No, because I'm too honest. I'm brutally honest to the fact where I don't lie about anything.
Okay.
So that then turns others away, because I also believe monogamy is not a natural thing as human beings. And if we're going to have that conversation as honesty.
Well.
Sounds like what other ENTP you've heard, probably regurgitating something you've heard from one of these other ENTPs.
Like we sitting here trying to achieve something that's not natural to our beings. So then when I start having those conversations, people are like, yo, what is he on? So, but it's honesty, and even like how marriage is
There's a girl out there that'll understand that though.
Probably, but there's a
lot of girls that
but I'm not looking
that.
for it either, because being somebody who's honest, like I don't really, like, I'm cool. Like, to me, a relationship is where two people are supposed to make each other better, right? You're supposed to grow.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like, so.
Wait a minute now. You could still grow too.
No, I'm growing constantly, but I don't need another individual. I'm working on myself. So if I'm
constantly progression,
constantly working on myself, I don't want to be responsible for someone else's happiness. And then at the same time, like, what? Like, I haven't met someone
you don't
recently.
Want to be responsible for someone else's happiness?
Not at all.
That sounds like Will Smith. Will Smith said that he's not responsible for Jada's happiness.
Why?
Because I'm responsible for my happiness.
Why not contribute to someone else's happiness?
Because
that
then
seems a little selfish.
It is. It's very selfish, because I'm responsible for 3 people's happiness, and those are my children. And everybody else is like, yo, I don't really. That's too much pressure for me. And like I said, like, I have yet to meet someone that's gonna make my life.
What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Oh.
Like,
I don't got no mess to talk about them. I don't know nothing about them.
But that's what I'm just saying. Like I said, being brutally honest is like, yo, I don't think I've ever met, or recently I haven't met anyone that I was like, yo, that person's gonna make me a better person. Because when I hear relationships, the thing that goes off for me is stress. And like my lifestyle, I gotta like alleviate stress, even for my health purposes. My doctor says I can't have any stress. Oh. So it's like
he wrote that. out.
Yeah, when you have lupus is like a disease that is like it's a stress-driven disease. So anything that takes breaks your immune system down, it's stress.
So you like come with like a warning label.
Yeah, I don't come at all. Like I'm like, yo, I'm not, because it's like, yo, if it's something that's like, because a relationship, you got to work at it, right? Like even you said it, like you got to make it work. So I'm like, yo, I got enough stuff I got to work
therapy,
on.
by the way.
Always.
He brought me here for
session.
his therapy. I'm here for it. Go ahead. What else?
But I'm just saying,
what do you need from me?
I need to understand how to be in a situation like you said that is loving and stress free. Like where is that person that you speak of?
I'm not stress free. I don't know where you got that from. I'm like.
So
the claws be out, okay?
When it comes to your relationship,
it's just when I put them in, it's like.
So where's that balance?
I mean, it's just we just got to keep our mess off of social media. It's not to say that there is no mess. Oh, there's messes. I just clean them up very well. You know, like, but ain't nobody perfect. You know.
So you like the Kerry Washington with the like you can make sure that nobody sees the scandal.
I make whole people disappear.
Damn.
That's a little scary to hear from an INTJ. I make whole people disappear. Let's go back. That's kind of scary to hear from an INTJ. I'd be very afraid. And that is the same reason why I was afraid when that woman was yelling at me. I was like, Mercer, what if this woman grabs this fucking wheel? Because she looks very angry right now. And I think she'd rather hurt both of us. Let's just rein it in. We'll deal with it. We'll never talk to her again.
And with the like, you can make sure that nobody sees the scandal.
I make whole people disappear.
Damn.
She means that shit.
That was like a really scary statement that you just said.
It was a really honest one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You
told you.
Care to share of the people that you made disappear?
No, you don't even remember that they existed because they're gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that don't sound like a relationship I want to be in. That sounds scary. That sounds stressful.
Well, listen, just know, sometimes you got them little psycho girls and it's like they don't want to go away. You call me.
And you can make a whole bitch disappear for me.
A whole human.
I'm have
like
to
they never existed.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And
she's getting abstract there, but we're getting abstract there. But whatever.
It's that serious sometimes.
Sometimes.
Because we hear the things out in the industry and stuff where that's the thing I always find fascinating too, because we see the glossiness and we see everything, but it'd be so much messiness and pettiness going on in our industry that you have to, like you say, get to that point where sometimes you might have to make somebody disappear. But see, like, I'd rather be non-confrontational. I don't bother nobody. I don't want nobody woman.
So have you ever had yourself in a situation where you had like a psycho girl who's just like, but I love you and I don't, like too soon, like she loves you too soon. She's too crazy. She won't go away. She won't stop.
I embraced
INTJ woman.
That I like a little crazy. Like I like that. Like because I'm honest up front and she know what I'm about, so I'm not gonna lie to you. So if you want to spin yourself and go crazy, go crazy.
But it's never got like dangerous to the point where it's like,
I like that. I like a little danger.
But
I like you showing up at my house at 4 a.m.
But what if you don't like her?
This motherfucker line his ass off. Boy, you do that shit too. Boy, them motherfuckers gonna run like you ain't never seen. Man, please, soon as you get them motherfuckers uncomfortable, they running like you ain't never seen. I don't even know how he's sitting up here telling that damn lie. All my ENT-free friends say some shit like that. They be like, talk to some girl, oh, but she was coming on too strong. I had to get rid of her. I had to stop talking to her. And pure just ghost. Drop them out of nowhere. Just boom, disappear on the girls.
Anymore.
But see, I don't never have those problems. Like if you're in my life, you're in my life for a reason.
Oh, you're full of.
I don't really ask anybody who knows me. I don't get.
How many bleeps do I get?
You can cuss, say whatever the fuck you want to say. I'm one of those people. Like if you're in my life, you're in my life for a reason. I'm not going. I don't do that. Like I don't cut people off. Now this is what I do.
He's full of shit, y'all.
Bruh, why is he selling a lie? I mean, come on, man. Set your watch to an ENTP selling a dream. Oh, must be sell a dream moment.
I'm telling you, what I do,
I deal with him every day, but I'm here for 10 minutes and I could see right through it.
Okay, what am I full of shit about?
Oh yeah, you don't.
Now I allow people. I give them.
See, she's an INTJ. He's an ENTP. She's like, I can see straight through it, and I see straight through it.
people enough rope to hang themselves.
Okay, if you are this honest person like you're saying
Honey.
you are, I believe you.
Okay.
I do believe you're brutally honest, but I do believe that would drive a girl crazy.
Facts.
That would make someone crazy. Like if you would tell a girl like, this is our first date and like you're pretty and everything, but like I just don't see it going anywhere, you would like blow her mind. She would be like,
but what
do you mean? Why was it not perfect? Was something wrong with me? She would go home and be all,
no, girl, you're projecting. You're projecting here, okay? Because you would do that. Yeah, you would. You would analyze everything that you did wrong. Poor performance, hero is gonna be beating the shit out of every decision you made.
messed up, and then she'd want to continue. She might have thought herself the date was going awful, but because you said it first, it's like, oh hell no, he ain't about to like break up with me and we ain't even start nothing yet. It would make someone crazy. It would make me crazy.
But you would have to, know how.
Told you she had to be projecting.
How to have those conversations. I don't just be like, yo, this ain't gonna work. I'm like, look, this is probably not what we're looking for. I don't have any expectations in the situation.
Yeah, but then what if she's like, but I love you?
That's fine. You can
I told you, man. Fucking crazy motherfuckers.
That's not fair.
Why?
You have to be like, no. You have to like, you know.
I'm not. I try to operate on the highest frequency at all times. So I'm looking at everything.
Okay, what if there's
abstract
someone that you don't even like at all that likes you?
Well, they usually probably can't get, like, how do we get that close? Like, I'm super busy. So if we spending quality time, that means I really want to be around you.
Nick, we're not going to play this back and forth if you're not going to participate. You can't just keep putting the wall up. You have to like say, okay, like one time there was this girl and like. Okay,
of course. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. I've
tell them what to do.
In my 20s,
you can't just be like, nope, never happens. Not gonna happen.
Like, my stuff has been public, like, so people know that the times I've dealt with things like, whoa, that was a bit much, and I've learned from all of those situations. So now I'm at a place.
Learned from all these situations. Shut the fuck up.
In my life, I'm like, look, I'm good as long as you happy. I'm happy. Whatever you want out of this the table. Whatever you bring to it, we can break bread, and whatever you want from me, we can operate there and we'll grow together.
Dang.
I mean, but isn't that? I mean, it sounds.
Sell a dream. Is it an ENTP selling a dream? Yes, it is.
It's like when you're in a relationship, you kind of have to find that balance. Like with you and your man, it's about being in an equal situation, right?
This is different. I learned something today. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little shocked.
See?
Because I definitely was like a childhood like thing for me, and I wanted you to be the nice guy from Love Don't Cost a Thing.
How am I not the nice guy?
You're not.
I wanted you to be this nice guy, this ideal of you, and
what did I do that wasn't nice?
Oh, wait till everyone finds this out. You're gonna hurt people's feelings.
What did I say that was negative? I don't.
It's just like
that because I'm working on like, me.
These girls don't matter. You got to make yourself happy, girl. I am not here for none of you bitches. I'm very
talking about
busy.
Making them disappear.
Well, yeah.
I think you might be saying it the wrong way. I think I was saying I'm probably more like.
Oh, let me any flip and get my ass out of this. Let's go. Is that what we're gonna get? Are we gonna get the any flip?
Look, I don't want anything from you. We come to the table together, and whatever you want, you get. Whatever I want.
Whatever you want. You see, you started with what she wanted first. You piece of shit.
I get, and we cordially kind of rock that way.
But you're brutally honest.
100%. That's the only way to be.
And that's where your relationship issues are, because you're honest. That's what you said.
Probably.
You struggle with relationships
because I'm too honest.
Like, would you tell a girl if she was like gaining weight?
If she wanted to hear that, I don't want to be mean.
If she wanted to hear that,
there's no.
But
purpose.
not if she wanted to hear that. If you just noticed it.
Like I've been in situations where it's someone who's very focused on their their physicalities and they work out and all that stuff, and like she'll ask the question like, "Yo, do you think?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, we probably got to get back in the gym or we work out together."
No, I'm not saying if she.
We probably got to get back in the gym. Not just saying straight up, "Yeah, bro, you gain weight." Hey, yeah, bro, you gain weight. Bro, you're fat. Bro, hit, like, you see how we may need to hit the, like, bro, come on.
I'm never gonna say my girl, oh, you look fat. Like that's mean.
That's honest.
That's low frequency though.
But that's low frequency, abstract, and this is FE child coming out.
There's
brutally
ways,
honest, like you
there's
said.
There's ways to be brutally honest without being offensive.
See,
just like
oh, I can put FE on things.
this conversation we're having here. Like, we're not having a disrespectful conversation. We're having a honest conversation.
I just want to see at what level are you, like, honest. I'm just trying to figure it out what you're doing to these women.
I'm just being real. And it's being too real. That's probably the issue.
Okay.
And speaking of being real, you see I got my bulletproof vest on. Right?
I seen that. It's like, did they tell you something about? They must have told you I made people disappear.
Yeah, you make it. I had to make sure I was ready. Okay. So we do this thing called the firing squad.
Okay.
And I just.
All right, I'm done here. This one was an INTJ. Let's go. Go ahead and start knocking off all of the metrics here. Enneagram here. That's gonna be a doozy here. This is gonna be a doozy. So I got it for SENI. Obviously, she's not like the other INTJs who are like, you know, backup plans and all that. So I'm not going to call her 6. I'm just flat out not going to call her 6. But I will call her whatever she is, a sexual. But INTJs are progression, okay? All about that progression. SENITFI, direct. You see how she's very direct, specific, concise, to the point. Everything was close-ended. And you can see Nick Cannon, because Nick Cannon is an ENTP and he's informative, okay? She's pragmatic. She's a contrarian. She doesn't like roles to be given to her. She's rebellious. She likes her own personal freedom. That's going to be pragmatic, okay? Even when she was talking about her drinking, it was very systematic. Talking about formula, systematic. Okay, abstract. Well, and responding. So that leads you to INTJ. Reminds me of the crazy INTJ that was fucking yelling in my face. I was like, this bitch will kill me. Oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. I was like, this motherfucker will kill me. Like, y'all will not be getting this video if she decided to grab that steering wheel. So I'm here for INTJ. She's dominant. I don't care. She's dominant subtype. So I'm dominant. And that's what kind of makes me a little iffy. I'm gonna say she's INTJ dominant. Man, I'm just gonna say ranking wise, she's not a demigod, she's not a prodigy. I said she's kind of bold. I mean, so I'm gonna go average. Okay, I'm gonna say an average. Okay, average. Okay, I'm not really wild. I mean, she's a pretty woman, but I'm not really wild enough to say that she is above average. So INTJ dominant, average, and I'm gonna go sexual for sure. She's a sexual. I was leaning between 8 and 4. 4 sexual being the most aggressive of all the types. Enneagram wise. Yeah, I'm gonna go full sexual. Okay, I'm gonna go for sexual slash. SO. Okay, that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go INTJ dominant, average, for sexual slash SO. This was a fun video here, and comment below what you thought her type was gonna be. But yeah, this is Mongolian Mindset, and we are out.